The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of ESPN Tucson 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, or the Arizona Lotus Corporation.
Welcome to Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson.
Justin Spears, I like that.
With Justin Spears and Ali Farhang on 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, ESPN Tucson. Brought to you by Tucson Federal Credit Union, the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, and Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I want to be entertaining, but I'm not stupid enough to compare myself to Ali.
Spears and Ali, brought to you by Tucson Federal Credit Union, the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, and Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Talking some Arizona football here on ESPN Tucson. If you want to be a part of the conversation, call in at 719-1490, 719-1490. What do you think about Arizona football going into year 2 under Brent Brennan? Are you confident, or do you feel like it's going to be another 4-win season, 3-win season, etc.? I think that Arizona football is going to be better this year, meaning the record is going to be better this year. They don't have the talent that they had last year. Guys like Tetero McMillan, Jonas Avianea, Tyler Loop, the kicker. The list goes on and on. But
Does it? Or
What?
did you just say the list?
Well, Corey Krosky-Merritt too.
But he played one game.
One game.
Actually, I think the talent is better this year. I know they don't have like the T-Max or the Salvianeas or the Tyler Loops, but from a depth standpoint, the roster, I think, is far more talented this year than last year.
It's kind of opposite.
Balanced. It's more balanced.
More balanced. And see, last year, the issue was with when Brent Brennan first took over this program, the timing of it was just so crappy because he took over the job in January. He had already missed that first transfer portal window, and that's really where you get the pick of the litter, right? That's really where you build up your depth and your team for the following season. So he missed that portal window, got to Arizona, and he even said it on ESPN at Big 12 Media Day. He felt like he was kissing ass. He felt like, okay, I'm trying to retain the guys from the Alamo Bowl team, the team that won 10 games, and I'm over here coddling these guys. And we've talked about it ad nauseum. The biggest piece of evidence when it comes to Brent Brennan kissing ass was cornerback Tacario Davis, because as soon as Brent Brennan comes along, Tacario Davis enters the transfer portal. And even when he decided, okay, I'm going to practice in the spring and stick around, but I'm going to weigh my options, he was in the portal and was practicing with Arizona. And if you're Brent Brennan and Dwayne Akina and all these other guys, what do you do in that situation? Here is this Tacario Davis player who is at the time projected to be a first-round pick. He's probably your best defensive back going into this year. Man, you would be stupid to not want a player like that on your team. So in order to keep Bobo, that's his nickname, Bobo, they had to kiss his ass a little bit and kind of coddle him, and they didn't really coach him up as hard as they should have. And now that a year has passed and, guys like Tacario Davis are out and, T-Max now in the NFL, like they went through the offseason to where, okay, the players that are going to the NFL that are graduating, they're gone. The players that don't want to be here, if they're, chasing the bag for their final year of college eligibility, guys like Gunnar Maldonado and Jacob Manu, let them go, let them pursue their own opportunities. But, let's try to keep guys like Genesis Smith. Let's try to keep Dalton Johnson and Trayden Stukes and show them a lot of love. And they did that. And Genesis and all these other guys, the fact that they are staying here shows that they respect this coaching staff. They trust them. And the returners here, they want to be here. The guys that are new, and there's a lot of newcomers, man. We're talking about damn near 60 newcomers for this upcoming season. Those guys were recruited by the staff. They know what the staff is about. They really want to be here. So, yes, on paper, you don't have the T-Mac, you don't have the Jonas, but I think the roster, like you said, Ali, 21 through 85, is much better than it was last year. And last year, that's where Arizona got in some trouble, because when those star players got injured and you started to look around for depth, well, after missing that first transfer portal window, there was no depth. And Arizona had to rely on young players who hadn't gotten college football experience. Well, they did, and now they're still here at Arizona, and then they added some pretty good pieces as well. So I'm pretty confident in Arizona going into this year.
Yeah, and this is my segment where I go into a bunch of Mike Tomlin cliches. I want volunteers, not hostages. And maybe the silver lining from last year is a lot of young guys had to play so that they're a little bit more experienced coming into this year with all the newcomers. So, two dogs, one bone. So competition is good. Iron sharpens iron. And, what you want is a very competitive camp for guys fighting for positions and
a red barn.
And, when you got red paint, you paint the barn red. I mean, that's what you got.
Yep.
So there you go. There's your Mike Tomlin 30 seconds of a rainy Wednesday in Tucson.
But we didn't even mention the coaching staff hires too.
By the way, I do not want all the ingredients to the hot dog. I just want to eat the hot dog. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I may not like it. So never a truer statement has been made by anybody.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that Brent Brennan also had some time to really think about the staff and the guys that he wants in place at Arizona, he's now got the right pieces. Dwayne Aquina, it would have been nice to have him on staff as a defensive backs coach. He's maybe the greatest to ever do that, coach the position, especially at the college level. But
Nick Saban was pretty good.
Yeah. But as a defensive backs coach, Dwayne Aquina is
Nick
definitely
Saban
up
was
there.
A defensive backs coach. Anyway, yes.
But Dwayne Aquina got offered by Texas. In Texas, they just were in the college football playoff. They're going to have another really good team this year. I expect them to be one of the top teams in college football. And Dwayne Aquina, he's got an affinity for Austin and the Texas football program. The man won a national championship in 2005 with that great defense. And, of course, that offense led by Vince Young, which is the greatest college football game of all time, USC versus Texas in the Rose Bowl / national championship. But, Dwayne Aquina got this great offer from Texas, an offer that he couldn't refuse. He goes over there. And Arizona, they put in Danny Gonzalez as a defensive coordinator. And if you look at Danny G's track record at San Diego State, at ASU, he's had top 30, top 20 defenses at every stop. So as a defensive coordinator, with the disguised looks, with the defensive backs, creeping up, sometimes they blitz and they attack, or sometimes they drop back. Same with the linebackers too. Adding that third linebacker with some edge rushing experience, guys like Chase Kennedy and Riley Wilson, I think that's going to give Arizona's defense a dimension that they didn't have last year. And if they can stay healthy, I think the guys that they have on the defensive side of the ball, I think they're going to really turn things around. Of course, it all starts up front with the big uglies in the defensive linemen. But I think with Joe Salavea, we talked about some of the best to do it coaching their position. At the collegiate level, Joe Salavea did some pretty damn good things. And I know it's easy to recruit good edge rushers to, a place like Oregon or Miami, but he produced NFL draft picks while he was at both of those places. And then look at the defensive linemen that he developed at Washington State, guys like Hercules Mataafa. So Joe Salavea knows how to develop players. And on top of that, Joe Salavea is a wildcat, man. He knows where the bodies are buried at Arizona, and he wants to be here, and he wants to really help turn this program around under Brent Brennan. So I think the coaching staff, coupled with the players that they added, the players that they retained, I know Arizona football fans, they're going to look at this roster and be like, man, no T-Mac, no Josh Baker, no Wendell Moy, no Jonas Avinea. Man, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think this team is going to surprise a lot of people this year. And I'm not going to go as far as saying that they're going to win the Big 12 like ASU and go to the college football playoff. But I feel confident now that this is Brent Brennan's team. You're really going to see his culture, and we'll see what this coaching staff and this team is made of.
Yeah. They're going to play winning football this year. And it's not going to be like JV versus varsity as it was last year, because
and they got killed.
Frankly, just the depth was, a few injuries here and there. And all of a sudden, you're playing the fourth string guy. But I'm all about conflict. And, I tell you guys, run to conflict, don't avoid conflict. It's just better.
Embrace debate.
I think we've got an offense and defensive coordinator that is going to create conflict for the other side of the ball. And that's what you want. You want an offensive coordinator that's going to create conflict for the defense, and you want a defensive coordinator that's going to create conflict for the offense. And I think both sides of the ball are going to be attacking and fast. And I think creating that conflict is going to I would not be surprised if Arizona has almost double the amount of turnovers on defense this year than they had last year.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if the offense creates far more splash plays, what I would call plays of 20 yards or more this year than last year, because you're going to create that conflict. Guys are going to be out of position. You're going to take advantage of that. These guys know what they're doing. And so I'm expecting a winning football product. How many wins that results in, I don't know what the other teams, I haven't, I'm not the guy that's going to predict what other teams are going to do, because I haven't done enough. I haven't actually watched them play, Justin. And
What does that have to do with anything else?
Yeah. But I think that Arizona is going to be proud of the effort and the product that's on the field. And I like from the offseason recruiting standpoint and who we've brought in and the depth we've created and the competition we've created, I like what Arizona's done in this offseason.
And Arizona football updated its roster. There still needs to be a few guys added to the mix. They're still waiting on a couple of JUCO guys, and also offensive lineman Peter Lange. They have some academic obligations that they need to finish up before they join the team. So they're still waiting on those guys to finish up some things. But just some
got to finish that algebra test, huh?
Yeah. But just some updates here that I've noticed. Running back Mike Mitchell is no longer he's no longer listed on the roster. I don't know what his status is with the team. We'll find out more here in the near future.
Everybody listening on the radio right now is just like, who?
Mike Mitchell, yeah. Transfer running back.
Was that the guy that's
from Utah.
safety from Carolina Panthers that went to Utah and played for the Steelers?
Yeah.
No, different Mike Mitchell.
Yeah, I don't know what his status is, the running back transfer from Utah. He was going to miss this year anyways with the season-ending leg injury that he suffered in the spring, but we'll find out his status here moving forward. Brent Brennan's son, Scotty Brennan, will be a walk-on wide receiver for the Wildcats.
Cool.
Super cool.
Another Brennan wide receiver.
How about that?
I like it.
And then...
You got to wear 13.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
I think he's wearing 81. I think that's his number.
Oh,
don't carve your own path.
Yeah.
And then lastly, before we go to commercial break here, the two offensive linemen that they've added, freshman offensive lineman Sione Tohi, who's from Mater Dei High School, had a boatload of recruits. He's 6'3", 356 pounds. He's a freshman. It's a big boy. Junior college offensive lineman transfer Siale Uluave, who I think will be in the mix to start at guard. He is 6'5", 330 pounds. So some big boys that Arizona football is adding on the offensive line.
Good.
All right, coming up next.
Big is good.
That's what I like
Up
to
front,
hear.
big is good.
Big good.
Get in that weight room a little bit.
All right, we'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about Arizona football and all the latest updates? 719-1490.
Justin Spears on the roster would be like, oh, I'm listed as 5'11", 260.
Hell yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Stick around. All right, so kind of taking a page out of our friends over at PHNX's playbook here. They put out the question on Twitter yesterday. Shout out to my guy, Kevin Thomas. They also discussed it on their PHNX Wildcats podcast. And they asked, what are some of the biggest what-ifs in Arizona history?
Well, the first thing that came to mind for me was up 14 with 5 minutes to go.
And
that team was national championship.
Yeah.
And then we talked about another one.
I love you, Salim.
What if that shot goes in, national championship game, women's basketball?
Yeah.
Oh,
Obviously, Brandon Ashley.
Brandon Ashley, Jamel Horn against Connecticut.
Yeah.
Like literally an eighth of an inch off of winning that game in the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
I think that team wins a national championship.
What happens if Sam Decker has the flu?
The 12-1 Arizona team, if they lost a one different game and would have won the Pac-12, Pac-10 at that point, going to the Rose Bowl.
What if they beat USC 2 years ago? Not really a huge what if, but you might be
11-2 instead of 10-3.
Yeah.
It might maybe. I don't know about college football playoff. 2 losses, Pac-10, SEC smelling their own farts. Probably not. Yeah. By the way, I thought that was a
maybe
funny post by me.
Yeah.
It was
like not. Yeah. SEC Media Days is just that South Park episode of guys tooting in a glass and smelling it. That's pretty much what SEC Media Days is.
Just means more.
Yeah,
It just smells better.
Hey, by the way, what was it? 1-5 in the college football playoff, or 1-5 against the Big Ten, and 0-2 in the college football playoff, something like that. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah. So that's the
kind of along those lines with beating USC. Who's the starting quarterback for the Arizona Wildcats then? It was Noah Fafita.
Yeah.
And if you think about what led to that, it was Jaden Delora's ankle.
Oh yeah, I guess
going out at Stanford.
Ankle.
I guess looking at it the other way, right? What if Jaden Delora doesn't get hurt against Stanford?
Jed Fish is still the coach at Arizona.
Yeah, at least another year. And is Noah Fafita still at Arizona, or does Jaden Delora come back and Noah Fafita transfer? I don't. So it goes both ways. But
and T-Mac, is T-Mac still here? Because Noah's like, hey, JDL's still here. Bama, Ohio State, whoever, they're giving us this crazy
true.
NIL deal. But then again, like,
do they get that?
Do they get Noah? Because they hadn't seen what Noah is like. But then you got a player like Tetero McMillan, and we all know that it was a package deal. If you're getting T-Mac, you're also getting Noah as well.
Yeah.
And Noah helped Arizona get T-Mac. So
you want me to give you a crazy one?
Okay.
Yeah.
When Kevin Sumlin was fired, they hired Jed Fish. Also on that list, and he wanted the job, was Kenny Dillingham of ASU.
Oh, man.
Damn.
What if Kenny Dillingham was hired as the Arizona football coach?
Yeah.
Man.
That's wild.
I don't know if it'd be good or bad. And, I don't know if he would have been able to build. I mean, look, we have enough criticisms, and they were warranted with Jed Fish and the way he departed. But, man, that guy built this program back up from nothing. So you always have to give him credit for that.
Yep.
So could Dillingham have done it? But Kenny Dillingham right there could have been hired as the Arizona football coach.
All right, let's take your phone calls. What are some what ifs in Arizona history that you want to bring up? Hit us up, 719-1490, 719-1490. We've got T-Money joining the show today. Good to hear from you, T-Money. Always a pleasure. What's going on, man?
Gentlemen, good morning. Hey, I got two of them. Both of them, I believe, involve UCLA. But from what I understand, Reggie Miller was at a recruiting trip here in Tucson pool party, and he looked around and said, "Y'all got snakes out here?" And somebody said, "Yeah, we got a lot of snakes." And Reggie went back inside.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he pulled an Indiana Jones. He's like, "I hate snakes." Yeah.
Okay.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes. All right. What was the other one, T-Money?
Oh,
he dropped off.
Oh, I think T-Money
oh
dropped.
no, the rain.
The rain. I'll give you another
The
UCLA
rain got
one.
T-Money.
You know who else wanted to play basketball at Arizona? Jordan Farmer. But we signed Mustafa Shakur.
Oh, wow.
And here's another crazy one for you. Arizona was all set to hire Lute Olson's successor from USC, Tim Floyd. And then Tim Floyd had some off the court stuff come out about him, and Arizona pivoted and hired Sean Miller. And then when that off the court stuff became even more, I guess, powerful, then Sean Miller recruited 3 guys that were supposed to go to USC, committed to USC, and Derek Williams, Solomon Hill, and I want to say Momo Jones.
Momo Jones.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. That's nuts.
So thank you, Tim Floyd, for getting Arizona to the 2011 Elite Eight.
One that I always think of that Justin will appreciate is what if Khalil Tate never tweeted? And we get Ken
Niumatalolo. Yeah, I mean, like you talk about Jaden Delora's ankle. Let's take it back even farther. Man, Khalil Tate doesn't press send on the triple option tweet.
The triple option?
With 2 Ps. Man, what happens? I mean, Ken would have been awesome at Arizona. I feel like, I mean, you look at his offense now at San Jose State. Like they were like, oh, he's going to run the triple option at Arizona. We don't need that. Man, look at the spread and shred offense they ran at San Jose State. Now imagine that with Khalil Tate.
Yeah.
Would have been different.
If the prior president of Arizona had any cojones, he wouldn't let the quarterback decide who's going to be the head coach. So thanks, Bobby Robbins. One of the many gifts that just keep on giving that you provided us.
All right, call in. What are your biggest Arizona what ifs? 719-1490, 719-1490. Wrapping up hour number 1. Coming up next. All right, welcome back to Spears and Ali here on ESPN Tucson, 1490 AM, and the Spears and Ali podcast. Check us out on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today. We were just talking about the biggest what ifs in Arizona sports history, and we talked about a number of good ones. Are there any other ones that come to mind for you?
I mean, there's a crap load, man.
Like what if
It's
Arizona
always
hired
like
Tara Vonderveer?
the banana slipping on the banana peel moments for Arizona fans here.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, we're not even thinking of some of the Dick Tomey years other than 12-1 year where, you know, we're right there poised to win the Pac-10, go to the Rose Bowl, then go to Corvallis and lose to Oregon State, right? I mean, it's just, yeah, there's a bunch of them. You know, I think Lute should have probably won at least 2 national championships, maybe 3. I think Sean Miller should have won at least 1 national championship. I think that that Tommy Lloyd team, his first year that we lost to Houston and San Antonio in the Sweet 16, had we not been so ill, and there was we were ravaged by the flu.
Yeah,
I think we maybe if we beat Houston with Ben Mathurin, Christian Coloco, Tubelis, I think that team's got a chance to win the national championship.
Absolutely.
So in 1998, what was the situation with Arizona football and why they didn't go to the national or the Rose Bowl?
I think the tiebreaker was us and UCLA, and I think either we lost to UCLA or however it worked out. I think UCLA ended up going and we didn't because of a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and wasn't it like that year? UCLA weren't they supposed to like play Miami or something like that, and then a storm canceled the game?
I don't know.
Or
I don't think that would have mattered because it's not conference play.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we've had a few years, at least more than 2, where I think we lost the tiebreaker to not win the conference and go to the Rose Bowl.
Oh man. Will Arizona ever get to a Rose Bowl?
I mean, now who knows,
they got to get to the CFP.
I mean, we've got if you would have said Rose Bowl or have a quarterback that was the MVP of the Super Bowl or the women's basketball team going to the national championship game, I would have chosen Rose Bowl. But those other 2 things happened.
Yeah. Yep. No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of other, really interesting ones here that, people posted on our guy Kevin Thomas's Twitter thread. Like if Carter Bryant came back for a second year, right? If he decided
I don't
not
know if that's a what if yet.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, they could end up winning the national championship. Because let me tell you, Koa Pete is a damn good ball player.
Yeah.
Braden Burries, from what I've seen out of the practice videos that have been released on social media, that guy's a dog. That guy's going to be an absolute bucket getter.
Don't sleep on Aristode, man. I'm just
and
telling
Dwayne
you.
Aristode too.
Yeah,
dude. All I want is an Elite 8 appearance. Like I want obviously more than that, but God, I hate the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that's been a thorn in Arizona's side for a long time. I mean, 2015 was the last Elite 8, right? That they made.
Yeah,
so,
with Wisconsin or against Wisconsin. So yeah,
we're going to the Final Four.
I hope so.
And if there's any coach who deserves to get to the Final Four, it's Tommy Lloyd. I mean, the guy's world class, and he's got a really good system in place. He's got a really good thing going. Now, he has relied on veterans and experienced players. He's going to have to rely on freshmen more so this year or this upcoming season than he has in years past. But
more than ever. And
man, those freshmen are studs.
And the schedule this year, man, I mean, this team is going to be tested, and they're going to know how good they are and where they need to go by the time the tournament starts. But the non-conference schedule, and then you get into the conference. I mean, if it's not the number 1 ranked toughest schedule in college basketball, show me who is.
Yep.
He'll be fine. He's got that 2-man shower. Go check out our interview with Mark Weistrack.
Mark Weistrack.
Yeah.
Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson is brought to you by the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans. I love you, Paul Volpe. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Tucson Federal Credit Union.
Hey, Paul, you should know that Justin has a picture of you framed right inside of his, as you walk in his bedroom, you turn the light on. It's like right by the light. And before he goes to bed, he gives you a kiss every night.
Every night.
Every night.
Yep. It's a filthy picture frame.
Smudgy. A lot of smudge.
In one particular area. All right. We're going to talk to Arizona football legend Ortiz Jenkins coming up at 8:25. We'll talk to him about Arizona football, his thoughts on the program from his perspective, and then a couple of Arizona football recruits have had the luxury of training with Ortiz Jenkins, including 4-star defensive tackle Keatron Harris, which is one of my favorite prospects that Arizona added for its 2026 recruiting class. So very excited to talk to Ortiz about some Arizona football in about 20 minutes. And then right after our interview with Ortiz, we're going to hear from Arizona women's basketball head coach Becky Burke for the first time ever. Very excited to talk to her. I know you got lots of questions, Ali. I've got lots of questions, and we're going to get thoughts on Arizona women's basketball's new skipper as she goes into her first season at the helm.
Yeah, very excited to speak with her. It's making her debut on Spears and Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Good juju for her and the team.
Yeah,
Damn straight.
Hopefully the same juju we give Chip.
Yeah. Well, juju's juju, right? So just you want a piece of it, come on the show.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Tommy Lloyd comes on with Mark Weistrack. We have the top 3 rated recruiting class in the country.
Yeah.
Right. Brent Brennan comes on the show, has a great offseason on and off the field. Just excellent. Right. So it's just the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So just come on in. We are philanthropists of joy and good juju. Yeah.
So if you want
juju purveyors, if you will.
Exactly.
So if you want to raise, call in 719-1490. You know,
Jim Anderson, Caitlin Lowe gets extensions. I'm just saying, I'm just spitting facts. Just spitting facts.
So if you're at Enterprise, rent a car, man, I need a raise. We'll call in a Spears and Ali, chop it up with us. We'll give you some of that good juju, and you'll get that raise.
Either that, or I can show you how to file a complaint with the Department of Labor. One of the two.
Which it could be good juju.
Yeah.
You know?
See, it's called leverage, Andrew.
So it's going to be a great hour number 2 of Spears and Ali. Can't wait to talk to our guest. But we are going to talk some NFL to start off hour number 2. Ali, I did want to talk to you about this because Bill Barnwell from ESPN, I love Bill Barnwell. He produces a lot of great content, and I think he was with the Grantland. He was with Grantland back in the day as their football guy. So
also the kid in the back of the class that ate paste when he was in elementary school. Who cares what Bill Barnwell says?
Well, Bill Barnwell is one of the most respected NFL writers out there, and he put out a story that's on ESPN.com, and he is ranking the best NFL teams since 2000. So the top 25 over the last 25 years. And Ali, I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I'm going to put on my cape here, and I'm going to defend your Pittsburgh Steelers because, when looking at this list, I was wondering where the Steelers were going to land because the Steelers have won multiple Super Bowls. They've been to multiple Super Bowls. They've been a relevant team really over the last 25 years. They had a losing record in the last 25 years?
Not in the last 19 years.
19 years? Okay.
Yeah.
So the Steelers have been one of the...
Also, while we were on vacation, happy birthday, Pittsburgh Steelers. They're just turned 92.
Oh,
yeah.
Golden Girl.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah. Art Rooney Sr. bought the team after winning $3,000 at the horse track. He used that money to buy the franchise of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So, man, just stay confident, guys. That parlay will hit one of these days, and you too can buy the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That might be the biggest what if I've ever heard.
You want to know what else? The horse he bet on was called
Tomlin?
The Standard is the Standard.
No way.
The horse was called the Standard.
That's awesome.
I may have made up that.
Okay, I was like, dude, can you imagine?
Yeah.
But
and they were called the Pittsburgh Pirates. First, it was the Pittsburgh Pirates to mirror the baseball team, and then they changed their name to the Steelers.
Wow. Learn something new every day. Did not know that.
Yeah.
But your beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, Ollie, they were not listed until number 21. So out of all the 25 teams in the last 25 years, the 2008 Steelers checked in at number 21.
Ridiculous.
And to me, that is absolutely asinine because if we're talking about one of the premier defenses, I mean, Troy Polamalu, James Harrison, was Kiesel on that team?
Brett Kiesel, Aaron Smith, Ryan Clark, Ike Taylor. I mean, just up and down the line. That was, I will not be biased. The 2001 Ravens defense was the most dominant defense of the last 25 years.
And they were number 13 on that list.
The Steelers of 08 are number 2. And right there. I mean, the stats they put up, the how they limited the rush, the points per game. They were crazy good defense. And by the way, I also think maybe the best Super Bowl of the last 25 years, Arizona, Pittsburgh.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, and the thing that when I looked at this list is, okay, you look at what made this team great. The 2008 Steelers, the defense was fantastic, but I mean, you look at the offensive side of the ball too. You got Ben Roethlisberger at that time was in his prime.
Yeah.
You have Santonio Holmes, who made one of the best catches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah.
That corner catch right there. You were right there witnessing it.
I did.
And
Didn't X call it?
He did. He
Yeah,
did before the drive. I mean, guys, like, if you ever wanted to know how close I came to my body exploding, it happened twice in that Super Bowl at the game. Right before the first half, James Harrison intercepts the ball in the end zone and returns it 102 yards for a touchdown
God.
as the clock expires in the first half, right? So if you want to see like a vibrating ollie, that was number one. And then that touchdown catch, I, literally to this day,
it was right in
I'm
front
still
of you, right?
surprised how I didn't die. I don't know how I didn't die. Yeah. I don't, I mean, birth of kids. Yeah. All that was great. Not sure I've ever been more joyous in my life than when, Lamar Woodley sacks Kurt Warner. It's a fumble. Brett Kiesel recovers it. Game's over. Pittsburgh wins the Super Bowl. That game, still, like, my heart is palpitating now.
But my point is that Steelers team was so balanced. Offense was great. Defense probably a little bit better, but it was still balanced. We're like the Baltimore Ravens team of 2000. They're ranked number 13, but I feel like if Trent Dilfer wasn't their quarterback, like if they actually had a good quarterback and a good offense,
Yeah,
then that would have been top 5. But because they didn't have really an offense and they relied on their defense surrendering 10 points a game or something like that.
Yeah, they had Jamal Lewis in running back. I mean, maybe guys running. But
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp. But
But the defense was the identity of that team because they just blanked opponents.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was those guys were monsters.
Chris
man.
McAllister, Arizona football legend.
How would you like to be Trent Dilfer? Like, hey, we just won the Super Bowl. And like, yeah, cool, man. Hey, we are gonna not have you come back, and we're gonna sign Elvis Gerbach from the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're that bad of a quarterback. You lead the team to the Super Bowl, and they're like,
we won the Super Bowl, but despite you, so good luck, Trent. Yeah. Anyway,
great ESPN pundit, but
he's a
good coach at UAB.
UAB, University of Alabama. I think Trent Dilfer knows football. Who is number one? Give me the top 3.
So the top 3, I'll give you top 5 because that's what we do here on ESPN Tucson.
He's fantastic.
So number 1 or number 5, let's count it down. Number 5 is the 2017 Eagles, and that's where I have some beef with this list because I'm like, you put the 08 Steelers all the way down at number 21, but the 2017 Eagles that had a lightning in a bottle season with our guy Nick Foles as a backup quarterback. Now they were great with Carson Wentz and they had a great record, but
ridiculous.
That to me,
the
2017
list
Eagles
already loses the credibility. And Bill Barnwell, you're a moron.
So Eagles in 2017 are at number 5. The Eagles from this past season that just won the Super Bowl that absolutely made Patrick Mahomes' life a living hell. They're number 4. Number 3 is the 2004 Patriots.
All right.
That beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Number 2, the 2013 Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson, the Legion of Boom defense. Great team.
They killed Denver in that Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good team.
Won 43-8 and beat a Denver team that was stacked from top to bottom. And then number 1, I can agree with this. The 2007 Patriots that only lost one game, and that one game being in the Super Bowl to the New York Giants, because if you think about how that Super Bowl transpired, I mean, there were a couple of really good lucky plays for New York, like David Tyree's helmet catch.
Yeah, but you can't have the number 1 team on the list that lost the Super Bowl. Sorry. No. Winning matters. So that was a great team. But no. So again, Bill Barnwell, moron.
Yeah.
Are they the greatest team to not win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, that was a very, very, very good team. But the Giants with a 4-man rush, getting to Tom Brady and putting 7 in coverage what was it, 21-17, low scoring game. Plaxico Burress with the game winning touchdown catch. I mean, that Giants team was pretty good too. So the Giants team that beat them is rated lower than them.
As a matter of fact, they weren't even on the list. The New York Giants didn't crack the list at all.
Didn't they say it was the top 25 teams?
Yeah.
So how are they not on a list if they won a Super Bowl?
They beat
and
the best one.
That's ridiculous.
Wow, that is ridiculous. Yeah, get out of here, Barnwell.
Yeah, Barnwell.
So, I mean,
Go paint a barn red, Barnwell.
his explanation is, okay, no, the best team of the past 25 years did not win a Super Bowl. Would this even be a debate if Asante Samuel caught that interception on the final drive? If David Tyree didn't bring in the helmet catch? Of course not. Samuel didn't, and Tyree did, and it's why these Patriots aren't the most successful team of the past 25 years, even if they came within moments of being the first 19-0 team in league history.
Hey, Bill, I got a thing for you. If my aunt had cojones, she'd be my uncle. So what if? What if?
Now, okay, he later on explained over a full year, it's tough to find a team that can realistically compete with the 2007 Pats, even with the Super Bowl wins on their resume. They were the only one-loss team of the era. They had the largest average margin of victory at 17.5 points by more than a field goal over the next best team. The 2000 Ravens were the only team with a better expectation over the regular season and postseason combined.
Give me the title of the list.
The title of the list is ranking best NFL teams since 2000, top 25 over the past 25 years.
Yeah, no, you can't. You had to win it. You got to win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
right.
I feel like that just is a given.
Yeah, you have to win the Super Bowl to be at least in the top 10.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I was very happy that he put the 2001 Rams at number 10. So the greatest show on turf, they cracked the top 10, which rightfully so, man. Great offense.
They won the Super
Kurt
Bowl.
Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Marshall Faulk. They won the Super Bowl. They won it by half a yard. You know, if the Tennessee Titans got into the end zone.
I will say that I would do with that list what I do with like tough guy letters or emails I get from other lawyers that then, you know, you call them, you're like, what the hell, man? He's like, whoa, I didn't mean that. I'm like, well, you told me to go do something to myself. That pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I took it to my favorite room and I quickly put it behind me. And that's what I'm going to do with Bill Barnwell's list.
Yeah. So I wasn't the biggest fan of your beloved Pittsburgh Steelers being all the way down on that list.
Yeah, ridiculous.
All right, real quick, before we get to our interview with Ortiz Jenkins, did you see Teddy Bridgewater got suspended from his coaching job?
Oh, we're on the ridiculous train. Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended from his position as a high school football coach in Miami for allegedly providing impermissible benefits to his players.
Which he self-disclosed, which he disclosed in advance.
Yeah.
He fed them.
He fed them players.
He fed them, and he paid for a camp and bought some equipment.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And trust me, I've heard stories of some high school football programs right here in Tucson, Arizona, that were paying for players' apartments so they can go to this school. That is impermissible benefits, right? Paying for a kid to live by himself to play at your school, that is impermissible benefit.
Stop looking at me.
I'm not looking at you. And by the way, this ain't South Point Catholic.
Yeah.
South Point Catholic does it right.
Yeah.
But it's just asinine that you would go to Teddy Bridgewater,
spent $40K of his own money,
and he's doing great things with the Utes in Miami. And
underprivileged kids, won a state championship, took a program from nothing to the state championship. It's just, you know, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of human beings have a lot of senses, right? Smell, touch, feel. I guess touch and feel are the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And with the one with
Here,
Bruce Willis.
You know what the least common sense is? It's common sense. And it's just like, that is like a lack of common sense, right? It's just, you should be applauding that.
Yeah.
Not suspending the coach for providing food to his players and providing equipment so that they can be better and paying for camps. Ridiculous.
And then when you look at the current state of football, like at the collegiate level, where all they're doing is flexing their money and having the impermissible benefits, right?
Nah.
Ripping Lamborghinis.
Lamborghinis out in front of a facility for these recruits to walk up in, like.
That's funny. Steve Sarkisian at the SEC Media Days
Oh yeah,
he was up yesterday. He's like, yeah, you know what? We don't even talk about money with these players. You know, you want to be here. It's about academics and you're, being part of this culture.
Money.
And I'm like, dude, you literally walk recruits by a row of Lamborghinis as they walk in the facility. Like,
Yeah.
I like Steve Sarkisian. I like Texas football. Like, that's fine. I respect it. But I'm
it's
hoping
like
Arch Manning will be a Steelers quarterback. But no. Like this, no.
It's like the drug dealer complaining about the crack epidemic.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm making so much money off these crackheads, but man, I hate what it's become. Like, dude, you're part of the problem.
The heart is gone from it.
You're part of the problem. It's like Nick Saban a couple years ago. He's like, we need to fix college football. It's just the model is so bad. I'm like, bro, you're racking up national championships every year.
Yeah, you are the model.
You are the model, bro. So
no, he didn't like it because now everybody can pay their players. So it added parity just to be. I mean,
damn it.
Yeah.
George is giving their players Hellcats too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I hope he sues the bejesus out of him, and maybe common sense prevails at some point. But that's just ridiculous that you would suspend him for making. It's not like he's paying this player to come play for him.
Yeah,
he was just providing things that they didn't have, and I don't understand. I don't understand why people do stuff like that. It just makes no sense. Like the least common sense, I guess, is common sense.
Mm-hmm.